what's your best sense what happens with Brady, Robert? What do you think?
Oh, man. You know, if you took Brady's press conference and Aaron Rodgers' press conference, you would think, man, both of these guys are done, right? They're almost saying their farewells. But I think that's just the byproduct of being in that moment. Like, Brady knew going into that game, like, there's a possibility this could be my last football game. Rodgers knew going into his game, there's a possibility this could be my last game as a Packer. So I think they're just looking back on everything in that moment. They're disappointed with the result, and they want everyone to know that, you know, they appreciate it and they appreciate the journey. But I think once they step away, they'll be able to take some time and truly think about it. So for Tom Brady, like, this is his life. This is what he wants to do. He retired and came back because he realized he missed it. And he's been in the league for like 50 years, right? The guy still wants to play football. So I think if he is still dedicated himself to the game, I think there's a great chance that we see him continue to play.
And I would love to see it because could you imagine? I mean, he threw it 66 times, Robert. He threw it. And he's a 45-year-old guy who threw it 66 times. We will never see somebody his age throw what for 21 more times than the number of years he's been on the planet. It's unbelievable what he does and what we take for granted. And the sign that I took that it could be his last game was the fact that his parents were in the tunnel. You know, his family was in the tunnel down there on the field. And I don't know how often that's happened. We had Rick Stroud at the Tampa Bay Times. He said he's never seen that before. Now, clearly his parents could have, you know, take another trip next year to say goodbye to him if he has another final potential game. That you can't say that that's a definite, but, you know, I'd love to see him play again. I would love to see him play again, and I'd love to see him with the weapons and give it one more shot, because this just didn't feel like it. It just felt off from the minute they started playing football this year, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would even say, Rich, that his parents being there isn't necessarily a sign that it's over, but a sign that they realize that it could be over.
Right.
Brady understands like what's going on. But yes, they haven't looked like the Bucs all year. They just couldn't get it in sync. They couldn't get everything on the same page. The protection up front because of the injuries was a question. But Brady can still throw the football around. He can still throw the pill around. A couple of things got to happen. I do believe Gronk's got to come back. Brady needs Gronk. And if they can get healthy and stay healthy on the offensive line and have a running game, if he stays in Tampa Bay, they still have a really good chance to run it back one more time. But I don't think it's about those guys on the team wanting to get Brady another ring. The man's got 7 of them, right? I think they're going to try to convince him to come back because they want another opportunity to go get a ring with Brady. And I think that might be the selling point that they can get him to come back for.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.